this Chinese offensive is going to be huge, very brutal.
What just happened at Stellantis could completely change the future of Dodge, Ram, and Jeep, and no one saw it coming. Over the past few years, Stellantis has faced growing criticism for skyrocketing prices, declining quality, and decisions that alienated its core customers. Dodge fans were furious over the loss of their beloved V8 muscle cars. Ram buyers struggled to justify the rising costs of their trucks. And Jeep owners, they've been dealing with endless reliability headaches. But now, with the recent announcement of the company, there's a chance for real change. So here's what you need to know. Why exactly is the announcement? What's next for Dodge, Ram, and Jeep under new leadership? And most importantly, how will this shakeup affect the cars and trucks you love? What's happening? Carlos Tavares, the man at the helm of Stellantis, the parent company of these iconic brands, has abruptly resigned, leaving the automotive world reeling. For years, the Stellantis CEO faced criticism for soaring vehicle prices, declining quality, and a disconnect with American car enthusiasts. Now, the news of his sudden departure has sent shockwaves through the industry, and the ramifications are only beginning to unfold. The resignation isn't entirely a surprise. Insiders have long reported a growing rift between Tavares and Stellantis' board. Tavares, a staunch advocate of Stellantis' European-centric strategy, often clashed with American dealerships and customers who felt alienated by his decisions. But no one expected it to spill out so dramatically. Yesterday, in a move that caught even employees off guard, Tavares announced he was stepping down, effective immediately. At Stellantis' Warren Truck Assembly Plant in Michigan, the reaction was swift and decisive. Workers arriving for their shifts expressed relief. "I'm glad he's gone," said one employee. "We need someone who understands these brands and can keep us on the right track." For the workers, the frustration wasn't just about a corporate leader, it was about the survival of brands that represent American ingenuity and pride. Dodge, Ram, and Jeep are more than vehicles, they're cultural icons. While employees cheered, investors panicked. Stellantis' stock plummeted within hours of the announcement, reflecting uncertainty about the company's leadership and future direction. As dealerships struggled to adjust to rising costs and falling sales, the stakes for Stellantis couldn't be higher. What led to this dramatic exit? And more importantly, what happens next? Why Tavares had to go? Carlos Tavares' tenure at Stellantis wasn't without controversy. Under his leadership, iconic brands like Dodge, Ram, and Jeep faced a crisis of identity and accessibility. The most glaring issue, rising costs that put these vehicles out of reach for their loyal customer base. Take Ram, for example. In just 3 years, the price of the Ram 1500 has skyrocketed. A basic Ram 1500 tradesman, once considered an affordable workhorse, now starts at over $44,000. And that's without four-wheel drive. A mid-tier Ram 2500 with a Cummins turbo diesel engine. That will set you back nearly $87,000. These aren't luxury trucks, they're supposed to be working-class staples. But under Tavares' leadership, Ram became a brand priced for the elite. Jeep hasn't fared any better. Once the rugged, dependable choice for off-road enthusiasts, Jeep's MSRPs have spiraled out of control. A basic Wrangler Sport S now costs $57,000, while higher trims like the Rubicon push into the mid-$60,000s. Even the Gladiator, Jeep's pickup truck, comes in at nearly $70,000 for a mid-tier model. The sticker shock has left customers reeling and dealerships scrambling to move inventory. But the price hikes were only part of the problem. Quality, the cornerstone of any automotive brand, declined across the board. Reports of reliability issues, from bubbling paint on Jeep Wranglers to mechanical problems in Ram trucks, piled up. Customers felt let down, and dealerships bore the brunt of their frustration. Tavares' inability to address these issues compounded the sense of betrayal among Stellantis' loyalists. The final straw, however, was cultural. Tavares' European sensibilities clashed with the distinctly American ethos of Dodge, Ram, and Jeep. His push for smaller, turbocharged engines, epitomized by the Dodge Hornet, alienated enthusiasts who cherished the brand's muscle car legacy. By sidelining V8 engines and introducing electric replacements like the Dodge Charger EV, Tavares turned away from what made Dodge iconic. The fallout was inevitable. The cracks beneath the surface. So how did it get to this point? One root cause lies in Tavares' European-centric vision for Stellantis. As the former CEO of PSA Group, Tavares prioritized compact vehicles, turbocharged engines, and cost-cutting measures, a strategy that worked in European markets but clashed with the American love for size, power, and performance. The Dodge Hornet is a prime example of this misstep. A compact SUV with Fiat underpinnings, the Hornet failed to capture the essence of Dodge's brand. Priced at nearly $50,000, it's a far cry from the muscle cars that made Dodge a household name. Fans who loved roaring V8s and aggressive designs were left scratching their heads, wondering how a Fiat-inspired crossover fit into the Dodge lineup. Meanwhile, Stellantis' push for electrification, while necessary for the global market, felt rushed and disjointed in the US. Dodge's electric Charger, revealed last year, received lukewarm reactions. Critics lambasted its artificial engine noise and uninspired design. Enthusiasts, already reeling from the loss of the Hellcat and Demon models, felt abandoned. Stellantis' attempt to modernize Dodge came across as tone-deaf, further eroding customer loyalty. The European focus extended to Ram and Jeep as well. Tavares' emphasis on efficiency led to higher costs for American consumers. The introduction of smaller engines and premium trims alienated traditional buyers who just wanted reliable, affordable trucks and SUVs. Under his leadership, Stellantis seemed to forget its American roots. The rise of unaffordable cars. Another root cause of Stellantis' crisis was its relentless pursuit of profit at the expense of affordability. Prices for Ram, Jeep, and Dodge vehicles climbed so high that they became unattainable for their core customers. Take the Jeep Grand Wagoneer, for instance. With a price tag exceeding $100,000, it's positioned as a luxury SUV, but its features and quality fail to justify the cost. The same goes for the Chrysler Pacifica, a minivan that now starts at nearly $50,000. These vehicles were once accessible to middle-class families. Now they're reserved for the few who can afford them. And the problem isn't just affordability, it's value. Customers aren't getting more for their money. Plastic interiors, missing features, and lackluster performance plague even high-end trims. At these prices, buyers expect excellence. Instead, they're met with disappointment. Dealerships are feeling the strain too. With unsold inventory piling up, many fear they won't survive another year. If Stellantis doesn't change course, said one dealer, we won't make it to 2025. Tavares' resignation has given them hope, but it's clear the road to recovery will be steep. As Stellantis faces an uncertain future, the question remains, can new leadership restore these iconic American brands to their former glory? The stakes couldn't be higher. Dodge's identity crisis. For decades, Dodge stood as a symbol of unfiltered American power. From the roaring engines of the Challenger to the unmistakable rumble of the Charger, Dodge was synonymous with muscle cars. Its vehicles carried an aura of rebellion, grit, and performance, drawing in enthusiasts who valued raw strength over refinement. Yet, over the past few years, the brand has faced an identity crisis so severe that it risks alienating its most loyal supporters. The heart of this crisis lies in the abandonment of the iconic V8 engine. Dodge's core audience has long embraced the exhilarating power of its 8-cylinder engines, which offered unparalleled performance and a visceral driving experience. These engines were not just a feature, they were a cornerstone of Dodge's identity. However, under Stellantis' leadership, a push toward electrification has upended this formula. The announcement that the Charger and Challenger would transition to electric-only platforms stunned enthusiasts, who felt this was a betrayal of what Dodge represented. The reaction was swift and brutal. Enthusiasts decried the decision as tone-deaf, arguing that Dodge's strength lay in its ability to cater to a niche audience that craved unfiltered performance. While competitors like Ford managed to balance tradition and innovation, retaining the V8 in their Mustang lineup while introducing electric options, Dodge appeared to abandon its roots altogether. The replacement electric models, while impressive on paper, lacked the emotional resonance of their gas-powered predecessors. Making matters worse, Dodge's foray into the compact utility vehicle market with the Hornet left fans scratching their heads. This vehicle, with its turbocharged engine and European-inspired design, felt more like a Fiat product than a Dodge. For a brand built on loud, brash, unapologetically American muscle cars, the Hornet was an outlier that seemed to dilute Dodge's identity even further. Its hefty price tag only added insult to injury, leaving many wondering who the vehicle was meant to appeal to. As Dodge faces mounting criticism, the path forward is unclear. Can the brand reconcile its push toward electrification with the demands of its core audience? Will it find a way to retain the visceral excitement that made it iconic, or will it fade into obscurity, overshadowed by competitors who have better balanced tradition with innovation? The stakes have never been higher, and the brand's next moves will determine whether it can reclaim its place as a leader in the muscle car market. Jeep's reliability woes. Jeep, another cornerstone of Stellantis' portfolio, has long been celebrated for its rugged capability and adventurous spirit. The Jeep Wrangler in particular stands as a cultural icon, symbolizing freedom and exploration. Yet beneath this legendary reputation lies a growing undercurrent of discontent among owners, fueled by persistent reliability issues that have tarnished the brand's image. For years, Jeep owners have shared horror stories of mechanical failures and quality control problems. One of the most glaring issues is the infamous paint bubbling along the hinges and edges of Jeep Wranglers. These vehicles, designed to withstand harsh off-road conditions, are plagued by cosmetic defects that erode confidence in their durability. Owners report feeling abandoned by dealerships, which often delay repairs or dismiss complaints, leaving customers to bear the burden of Stellantis' shortcomings. Mechanical issues further compound Jeep's reliability woes. Problems with cooling systems, electronic malfunctions, and drivetrain components are alarmingly common. For many owners, the joy of owning a Jeep is marred by repeated trips to the service center and exorbitant repair bills. This is particularly frustrating for buyers who spend a premium on vehicles like the Wrangler Rubicon, expecting robust performance and long-term reliability. Despite these challenges, Jeep remains a beloved brand, largely due to its unique blend of capability and style. However, customer loyalty can only stretch so far. If Stellantis fails to address these reliability issues, the long-term consequences could be devastating. With competitors like Toyota offering vehicles that combine ruggedness with dependability, Jeep risks losing its edge in a highly competitive market. The solution is clear. Stellantis must invest in quality control and rebuild trust with Jeep owners. This means not only addressing existing issues, but also creating a culture of accountability within its dealerships. If Jeep can deliver on its promise of durability and adventure, it has the potential to remain a dominant player in the automotive world. But if these issues persist, the brand's legendary reputation could crumble under the weight of customer dissatisfaction. Ram's runaway prices. Ram trucks have long been a favorite among American buyers, offering a unique blend of capability, comfort, and style. From the workhorse Ram 1500 to the heavy-duty Ram 2500, these vehicles have carved out a loyal following among truck enthusiasts. However, in recent years, the brand has faced a new challenge: skyrocketing prices that are driving away its core customer base. The rise in the manufacturer's suggested retail price across the Ram lineup has been staggering. Take, for instance, the Ram 2500 with the Cummins turbo diesel engine. Once a symbol of value and capability, this truck now carries a price tag approaching $90,000 for a crew cab model. Even the more modest Ram 1500 models, such as the Tradesman trim, have seen their prices soar well beyond expectations. A basic two-wheel drive model with minimal features now starts at over $44,000, hardly accessible for the average buyer. This trend is not limited to Ram's heavy-duty offerings. Even mid-level trims like the Ram 1500 Bighorn or Laramie are now priced well into the $50,000 range, pushing them out of reach for many loyal customers. The result is a growing sense of frustration among buyers who feel that Ram has abandoned its commitment to providing affordable, capable trucks. What's driving these price increases? Part of the issue lies in Stellantis' strategy of positioning Ram as a premium brand, competing with the likes of Ford and General Motors in the high-end truck market. While this approach has led to impressive advancements in technology and interior comfort, it has also alienated traditional buyers who simply want a reliable, no-frills truck. The impact of these price hikes extends beyond individual buyers. Dealerships are struggling to move inventory, with many Ram models sitting on lots for months without a buyer. This overstocking has led to increased pressure on sales staff and diminishing returns for dealers, who rely on high turnover to stay profitable. If Ram is to maintain its position in the competitive truck market, it must find a way to balance innovation with affordability. Offering more accessible trims without sacrificing quality could help the brand reconnect with its core audience. The question is whether Stellantis' new leadership will prioritize this balance or continue pushing Ram further into the luxury segment, risking the loyalty of its longtime customers. The stock market reacts. When news of Carlos Tavares' resignation broke, the stock market reacted swiftly. Shares of Stellantis plummeted, reflecting investor uncertainty about the company's future direction. While the resignation was welcomed by employees and some customers, the financial implications of such a sudden leadership change left many stakeholders uneasy. The decline in Stellantis' stock highlights broader concerns about the company's ability to navigate the challenges facing its American brands. Investors worry that the leadership vacuum could exacerbate exacerbate existing problems, from declining sales to quality control issues. Without a clear vision for the future, Stellantis risks losing the confidence of both its financial backers and its customers. Adding to this uncertainty is the question of who will replace Tavares as chief executive officer. The next leader will inherit a company grappling with a host of challenges, from rising production costs to shifting consumer expectations. This individual must not only address the immediate issues facing Dodge, Ram, and Jeep, but also articulate a long-term strategy for Stellantis' global portfolio. Despite these concerns, there is reason for cautious optimism. The leadership change presents an opportunity to reset Stellantis' approach and refocus on its core strengths. By addressing the root causes of its struggles and prioritizing customer satisfaction, the company can rebuild trust and stabilize its financial position. However, this will require decisive action and a willingness to make difficult decisions. The new chief executive officer must demonstrate a deep understanding of what makes Dodge, Ram, and Jeep unique and take bold steps to restore their reputations. Anything less could result in further erosion of investor confidence and a continued decline in market share. As Stellantis prepares for this critical transition, the automotive world will be watching closely. The stakes are enormous, and the outcome will have far-reaching implications not only for the company's American brands, but also for the global automotive industry as a whole. The employees speak out. Inside the sprawling assembly plants that produce some of Stellantis' most iconic vehicles, the mood has shifted dramatically since Carlos Tavares' sudden resignation. For years, employees at facilities like the Warren Truck Assembly Plant have been vocal about their frustrations with the direction of the company under his leadership. Rising prices, declining quality, and a disconnect from the brand's American identity have weighed heavily on morale. Now, with Tavares gone, hope is cautiously emerging among the workforce. Workers have long expressed concerns about a leadership style that seemed more focused on cutting costs than preserving the legacy of Dodge, Ram, and Jeep. Under Tavares, employees saw firsthand how Stellantis' European-centric strategies created a rift with the needs of the American market. Trucks and SUVs were burdened with unnecessary premium features, while their base prices became unaffordable for traditional buyers. Meanwhile, quality assurance standards appeared to slip, leaving employees feeling that their work was undervalued. But the resignation has reignited a sense of possibility. Early reactions from assembly line workers suggest optimism about new leadership steering Stellantis in a direction that prioritizes the strengths of its American brands. Employees hope for clearer communication, better alignment with customer needs, and, most importantly, a renewed focus on the core values that once made these brands legendary. Many believe that a CEO who understands the pulse of the American auto market could provide the stability and vision they've been craving. A second chance for Dodge. Dodge's reputation has been built on the roar of a V8 engine and the unmistakable swagger of muscle cars that refuse to conform. However, under Stellantis' previous leadership, this brand identity was diluted by decisions that alienated its most passionate supporters. The electric versions of the Dodge Charger and Challenger, unveiled to significant fanfare, failed to resonate with enthusiasts who cherish the visceral experience of a roaring engine and the raw power that defined Dodge for decades. The announcement that internal combustion engines could return to Dodge's lineup has sparked cautious excitement. For many fans, this signals a potential pivot back to the brand's roots, one that could reignite enthusiasm among a dwindling audience. However, questions remain. Will Dodge bring back the V8, or will it settle for less impactful options like the turbocharged inline-6 Hurricane engine? Can Dodge deliver a new design that stays true to its iconic heritage while meeting modern demands for efficiency and innovation? One potential path forward lies in offering a diverse lineup that includes both electric and internal combustion options. This would mirror the strategy of competitors like Ford, which has retained the beloved Mustang V8 while introducing electric alternatives like the Mach-E. By doing so, Dodge could cater to purists who want raw power while appealing to new buyers who prioritize sustainability and technology. Jeep's path to redemption. Jeep's rugged image has always set it apart from competitors, but in recent years, the brand has been plagued by reliability issues and missteps that have frustrated even its most loyal customers. The bubbling paint, mechanical breakdowns, and subpar service experiences that have become all too common are eroding trust in a brand once synonymous with durability and adventure. A new CEO presents an opportunity for Jeep to address these problems head-on. First and foremost, Stellantis must invest in quality control across the entire Jeep lineup. This means tightening manufacturing processes, improving supplier relationships, and ensuring that vehicles leaving the factory meet the high standards that customers expect. Jeep cannot afford to release vehicles with persistent defects that tarnish its reputation, and in addition to quality improvements, Jeep must also rethink its approach to customer service. Many Jeep owners have reported frustrating experiences at dealerships, with warranty claims delayed or outright dismissed. Rebuilding trust will require dealerships to take ownership of these issues and prioritize customer satisfaction. Offering extended warranties and creating a more transparent service process could go a long way toward repairing the brand's image. Looking ahead, Jeep has the chance to reinforce its status as the king of off-road vehicles. The Wrangler and Grand Cherokee remain iconic models, but there is room for innovation, introducing more advanced off-road technology, hybrid powertrains, and expanded customization options could help Jeep stay ahead of competitors like Toyota and Ford, which are making inroads into the adventure vehicle segment. What Ram needs to do next. Ram, once celebrated for its ability to balance power and affordability, now finds itself struggling to maintain its identity in a market where prices are soaring and competition is fierce. Under Tavares' leadership, Ram shifted its focus toward premium offerings, resulting in significant price increases across its lineup. While these changes have improved features and comfort, they have alienated many buyers who relied on Ram for practical, affordable trucks. The first step toward restoring Ram's reputation is addressing the affordability crisis. Stellantis must offer entry-level models that provide value without sacrificing quality. Trucks like the Ram 1500 Tradesman were once the backbone of the lineup, appealing to workers and small business owners who needed reliable transportation. By reintroducing affordable options with straightforward features, Ram can reconnect with this crucial segment of the market. At the same time, Ram must continue to innovate to stay competitive in the rapidly evolving truck market. The rise of electric trucks from rivals like Ford and Rivian presents both a challenge and an opportunity. Ram's upcoming electric truck must deliver on promises of performance and range while retaining the toughness that customers associate with the brand. A successful launch could solidify Ram's position as a leader in the next generation of trucks. Another critical area for improvement is Ram's relationship with dealerships. High inventory levels and sluggish sales have created tension between Stellantis and its dealers. To address this, Stellantis must support dealerships with better marketing strategies, flexible pricing options, and a clearer vision for the future. Dealerships are the front line of the customer experience, and their success is integral to Ram's resurgence. Ram has a unique opportunity to redefine what a modern truck brand can be. By balancing innovation with affordability and strengthening relationships with its dealers and customers, Ram can build a future that honors its legacy while embracing the challenges of a changing market. Who will lead Stellantis now? The sudden departure of Carlos Tavares has left Stellantis at a crossroads, and the question on everyone's mind is this: who will step up to lead the company into its next chapter? The answer to this question will determine the fate of iconic American brands like Dodge, Ram, and Jeep, which are desperately in need of a turnaround. The next chief executive officer of Stellantis must understand the nuances of the American automotive market while navigating the complexities of a global industry. It's not enough to balance the books. This leader will need to rebuild trust with customers, employees, and dealerships alike. Stellantis needs someone who can bridge the gap between innovation and tradition, someone who can honor the legacy of these brands while steering them into a more competitive and sustainable future. Industry insiders suggest that Stellantis could look internally for a leader familiar with its operations, or it could bring in an external candidate with fresh ideas. Either way, the new chief executive officer must make bold, decisive moves that restore confidence and reignite enthusiasm for the company's American brands. Dodge, Ram, and Jeep's global future. The future of Stellantis American brands doesn't just rest within the borders of the United States. The global market presents immense opportunities, but also significant challenges. Dodge, for instance, could expand its appeal by introducing muscle cars to international markets that crave American-style performance vehicles. Jeep, with its iconic off-road reputation, has the potential to dominate in regions where rugged, reliable vehicles are essential. Ram could leverage its reputation for power and durability to gain a foothold in emerging markets where trucks are becoming more popular. But global expansion comes with risks. Stellantis must tread carefully to ensure that these brands don't lose their American identity in the pursuit of international sales. The key will be to tailor products to local markets without sacrificing the core values that have made these brands beloved in the first place. The road ahead for Stellantis is fraught with challenges, but it's also brimming with possibilities. What do you think? Can Stellantis turn things around under new leadership, or are these iconic brands in too deep? Let us know in the comments below. Your insights matter, and we want to hear from you.